Now, I wonder if we could maybe get like 10,000 comments on this video all saying YoungBoy's better, YoungBoy's better, YoungBoy's better. Can we make that happen? Obviously, I'm kidding. Please don't even go there. Gotta give my take on this entire crazy wave of YoungBoy is better comments because why not? Anyway, let's talk about it. Now, these YoungBoy's better comments are at this point everywhere. There's not a single place on the internet you could go to without seeing at least one of them. I've been looking at this entire phenomenon kind of thinking, how did it get here? I think we all know that NBA YoungBoy is a guy who has a pretty dedicated and loyal fan base. He does crazy numbers overall. He is a really accomplished artist, but especially on this platform right here that we call YouTube. NBA YoungBoy fans overall though, they do have a pretty bad reputation in the hip hop community. I think that's something we all know. The bad reputation mainly comes from YoungBoy fans comparing him to any and every rapper they can compare him to. If you think about it though, that's actually the way a lot of fan bases are nowadays, so singling out YoungBoy fans on this aspect is kind of ridiculous, and this might get you thinking and questioning what I just said, because if that's the kind of behavior most fan bases have, then why in the world is this YoungBoy's better thing even going on? These YoungBoy comments are actually not only coming from YoungBoy fans. I want you to keep that in mind. This is an aspect of the YoungBoy is better phenomenon I haven't seen anyone mention, but this is strictly a viral meme at this point. It's not really a serious thing. This is pretty much the internet in a way mocking YoungBoy fans by further trying to solidify the whole YoungBoy fans are annoying perception by dropping YoungBoy's better comments on things that have nothing to do with his music. So really, these comments are actually coming from the people who don't like YoungBoy, and from what I've noticed, actual YoungBoy fans aren't really entertaining it because they know that the internet is simply trying to make them as a fan base look bad. Another thing I want to bring up regarding this is, think about the fact that YoungBoy hasn't lifted a finger to get all this free promotion, because that's what it is. As a matter of fact, as we all know, YoungBoy's currently behind bars, so there's not much capitalizing he can do unless his team of course does it on his behalf, which they haven't. And that's kind of a good thing, because once it gets addressed by either YoungBoy or his team or his label, that's when the magic starts to disappear, because then it goes from this organic surge of YoungBoy comments the internet is running with and entertaining to a marketing ploy that would probably die down shortly after. Rappers and artists in general pay big bucks to get this level of marketing. A lot of people seem to, for some reason, think that these YoungBoy comments are hurting him, which is insane. Some rappers would literally give away their left nut for this kind of organic free promo, okay? Let's make that clear, but why is this not hurting YoungBoy at all, you may ask? I want you to keep in mind that YoungBoy's been getting a lot of hate in the hip-hop community, so there's not much for him to lose at all, and on top of that, people constantly having your name in their mouth, whether it's fans or haters, that's word of mouth, and that's gonna lead to your name constantly being in the conversation. Now, this wave of comments will start to die down sometime in the future, but his fan base is gonna stay. Don't forget that. These comments could potentially cause more damage than good if we were talking about another rapper, aka someone who doesn't have a real fan base, because in a case like that, once the meme dies down, you got nothing to show for it, and you kind of also die down. At that point, people would have already associated that thing, that meme, with you as an artist more than the music itself. With that being said, for YoungBoy, he's not only been putting up numbers, he is accomplished, has a very much committed audience, even if we take away the YoungBoy's better comments, so this is nothing but a W for him. The people who are spamming YoungBoy's better, ironically, and don't really like YoungBoy, don't realize that they're the ones who are gonna keep his name relevant until it gets out. This is why being hated as a rapper, high-key, is actually the way to go. Not that you want to go out of your way to do things in order to be hated, but the ones who get a lot of hate, kind of like YoungBoy, are often the more successful artists. Strip away the fact that, yes, just like any other fan base, there are a lot of annoying YoungBoy fans out there. From a career perspective though, YoungBoy is in the kind of position most rappers could only dream about. Obviously maybe not right now since he's inside of a jail cell, but you know what I mean. What I'm personally more intrigued by is how everyone is joining in on it. Again, it's not only YoungBoy fans, it's everyone. Trust and believe when I say this, but a lot of artists are currently looking at this YoungBoy's better phenomenon and asking themselves, how did it happen? Because I'd like to get that kind of free promotion. Not only artists, by the way, but also labels, because record labels have a bunch of artists in their roster they would like to promote and push to the masses. One thing I want to say about that is there is no secret here. YoungBoy is one of the top dogs, if not the top dog in his lane. His name has been recognized. People know who he is. He's a very familiar face in the industry. Mix that with the perception everyone has of his fan base, and these YoungBoy's better comments actually feel very natural. No matter if they get on your nerves or not, you can't do nothing but ask yourself, damn, how did it get to this point? But yeah, although your local doctor might be good, don't forget YoungBoy's better. Just don't forget that. Regarding these YoungBoy's better comments, what do you personally think about them?